women have always really been strong supporters of gay and gays' rights. And frankly, I think you guys owe us. You need... Hey, we could use some help now.
Please welcome to the stage, and we cannot believe it, a living legend, the one, the only, Kathleen fucking Turner. Hi, thanks for being here. Come on.
Oh,
come on.
It feels so good to be on stage.
That voice. It's incredible. It's incredible.
I played this house 20 years ago in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
Wow. It is, first of all, why are you here? Why did you do this show?
My daughter turned me on to your podcast. We took a vacation together in England, and we were driving a lot to different parts, and she came completely prepared with hours and hours and hours of you.
Wow. For my co-host, that would be torture.
No, actually, after my initial resistance, I learned to love it.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. So, it is the 30th anniversary of Serial Mom.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny because I saw that movie when it came out. And like so much, upon reflection, Serial Mom, yet another work that knew I was gay before I did. What is it like being part of that John Waters legacy of filth?
Well, I love John. I mean, honestly, love the man. He is one of the best-hearted people you'll ever meet. And originally, he sent me this script, and I read it through to the point where he pulls the liver out, and I went, oh no, I don't, no, and I threw the script down, and then I went back to it, and I read up until the leg of lamb, and then I went, oh, come on, and I went back to it. So I finally called John, and I said, look, you're going to have to explain to me how you're going to shoot this, because this can either be a ridiculous gore fest, or it can be one of the funniest damn things I'll ever do. And he rushed to New York, knocked on my door, and convinced me.
Now, we have a classic Love It or Leave It game that was tailor-made for you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Was I In This? Here's how it works. Chris is out there in the house. Audience, you will not embarrass yourselves in front of Kathleen Turner. All right? Raise your hand if you want to play, and Chris will find you in the audience. Hi.
Hi.
Kathleen once played a writer who must travel to Cartagena to save her kidnapped sister. During her journey, she falls head over heels for an exotic bird smuggler. True or false?
True.
Romancing the Stone. It is also we're approaching the 40th anniversary.
It is the 40th anniversary of Romancing. Yeah.
First of all, I love that. I mean, I just love that movie. And it is a movie that, first of all, we're desperate for rom-coms, but also that movie spawned so many copycats. To this day, it's like every year somebody's trying to recreate a Romancing the Stone, and they can't do it.
No, the whole point, I mean, Hollywood is run by bankers. Mm-hmm. You know, it's no longer, and hasn't been for a very long time, a creative engine, as it were. And so they think the formula for a successful film is to repeat something that has already been done, not seeming to understand that success comes because it is new, because it did break ground.
Yeah. That's why they tell everybody to make a podcast now.
Ah,
They're like, oh, you should do a podcast. Why? Because podcasts are popular. It's not so easy. Let's cut that. Next question. Kathleen appeared across from Nicolas Cage as an Italian-American bookkeeper who falls for a baker with a wooden hand.
False. That was Cher.
That was right. That is the plot of Moonstruck, because Kathleen was opposite Nicolas Cage in Peggy Sue Got Married. Is time travel really the antidote to infidelity, as the film suggests?
I don't know. I have to confess, I was a little disappointed with the ending. With Francis, I don't think Coppola. I'm not sure that he really.
Francis Ford Coppola to you.
Yeah. I'm not sure that he really thought that through all the way.
I also because I saw that movie when I was a kid, and it's a movie about someone going back in time. I believe hit on the head at their 25th high school reunion.
She faints. Yeah.
She faints, and I realized that I'm the age of Peggy Sue, and I remember, and I was like, oh wow, it's time for me to go back in time and make some changes.
Yeah. I really can't believe that she would have done the same thing again.
Yeah.
No.
It's interesting. Let's all go back and watch Peggy Sue Got Married. And think about how it would be different now. Kathleen played Dottie Hinkle in John Waters' black comedy slasher Serial Mom.
True.
False.
No.
No.
That was Mink. That was Mink Stoll.
That was Mink Stoll. She was the murderous mom, Betty Sutphin. Have you seen the John Waters retrospective at the Academy Museum? Will you go with me?
You mean at the museum?
Yeah.
He walked through and sent me a video of the whole thing, and it's got like Serial Mom dresses and some of the costumes and everything.
I'll buy tickets if you Venmo me.
All right.
Kathleen portrayed a woman taken out of this world in a chandelier-related incident in the War of the Roses.
True.
Oh God, yes.
Yes.
I first of all, I feel like, again, because I guess HBO knew I was gay and I didn't, I clearly was like drawn to you as a child, and these incredible performance you gave as this strong, larger than life woman. You're a gay icon. You're a gay icon. How'd you do that? Why do you think that is?
I think perhaps, in some ways, and heavens to Betsy, I do a lot of activism. I serve on the board of People for the American Way for many years. City Meals on Wheels in New York City, Planned Parenthood, all of these. I work for and with, and women have always really been strong supporters of gay and gays' rights. And frankly, I think you guys owe us. You need... Hey, we could use some help now.
Yes. And I think this is the right moment for Kathleen Turner to be the chief arbitrator between the great truce between the gays and the lesbians. I think it's time they came back to the negotiating table, understood that we're in this together. You know, that'd be a beautiful thing. Now, you told The Guardian that you started to fall in love with Michael Douglas while shooting Romancing the Stone. Then you go on to do Jewel of the Nile and The War of the Roses. Nice.
Yeah. No, and then Kaminsky Method.
Kaminsky Method.
Yeah. We have such a great time together. And yes, indeed, at first I was getting... But then his separated wife showed up in Mexico. What you gonna do?
That's life for you.
Yeah.
I like that there was this period of time in the late 80s and the 90s where Michael Douglas, movie after movie, women would fucking kill for him. There was Fatal Attraction, there was Disclosure, there was a bunch of different movies where women would blow up their entire lives.
Yeah, that's not me.
But not you. Not you. In your movies with Michael Douglas, he's chasing you. He's chasing you. I like that. I like that.
Well, you know, if you kind of look at the whole body of work, my women usually take the lead.
They do. They do. Kathleen played a cartoon shoe in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
True.
False. Jessica Rabbit. There is a shoe.
Shoot, it goes in the dip.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's roll
there
the
is.
clip.
Then I'll try him, convict him, and execute him.
I don't think I can get my voice that high.
They let kids watch that.
I know. I know, it's rather shocking. I think my favorite line from that was, I love you more than any woman has ever loved a rabbit before.
I love that. I love that. What an amazing. How did you come to be? Were you Jessica Rabbit or was Jessica Rabbit you? You're now so entwined. Like it seemed the character couldn't exist without you, right?
Well, Bob Zemeckis directed, and he directed Romancing the Stone. So we'd known each other, you know, for many years. And I think that when he wanted just a voice, he thought of me. What he didn't realize, and which was absolutely gorgeous for me, was I was extremely pregnant then. And so I would waddle into the studio, you know, and I have these friends, like opera singers, who claim that they gain a note on either end with the resonance. So I don't know. Anyway, the last day I was supposed to work, my water broke. And I'm in the hospital saying, call this studio. Tell them I'm not coming today.
I like that. I like that. The sexiest voice ever recorded had to call in for maternity leave.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's great. And finally, Kathleen played what was described as Chandler's dad on
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah.
That is such a. It's so interesting, like situating some of these movies because, like these strong, whether it's the strong women are existing in this sort of misogynist space, and then you play Chandler's dad at a time in which there wasn't even really the word trans, and yet it's a kind of loving portrait of this person in the end. Have you thought about that?
I was doing a one-woman show based on Tallulah Bankhead, of course, up in San Francisco. And two of the writers from Friends came up and came backstage and talked to me about playing this man in drag, yeah? And you're right. I mean, people have asked me since then, would you do it now? I mean, shouldn't it be done by a man in drag? Well, of course it should. But we didn't have that then. I mean, honestly, it wasn't really an option. And I had a dresser on the show, right? Gay guy who also did drag. And so I said, you got to take me to some clubs. You know, I need to understand what this is and what I have to do. So he took me to these drag clubs, and they were brilliant. And they were, such angry laughter. You know, I mean, they were hilarious, but there always seemed to be this edge of real anger underneath. Huh? And so first day of rehearsal at the studio. I go in and I read through the script, and suddenly the producers and everybody else run off to a corner and huddle, and then someone comes over bravely and says, "It's great, it's just great. I mean, you're great, great, but we wonder, could you just be a little nicer?" Yep, okay.
Well, it's interesting because it's clearly this. Maybe it wouldn't obviously exist in the same way today, but this character is described as a drag queen, but clearly living as a woman all the time.
He's fully, his life is as a woman.
Right. That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, it's funny though, because Matthew Perry used to call me Dad. When he would see me, he would, "Dad."
That's sweet. Thank you for being here.
I enjoyed it.
Was this fun? Do you have fun?
Yeah, I have fun.
Everybody give it up for the one, the only, Kathleen Turner. That was so much fun. Thank you so much.